On paper, does it look like your growth is phenomenal? Like your revenue's ticking up, the client list is full, you've got the business that people admire from the outside, maybe even the life that looks picture perfect on Instagram. But here's my question. Are you actually feeling like you're growing? Do you feel successful? Are you living your best life? Or does it feel like you're stuck in the same loop, doing more, holding more, hustling harder, but not actually crossing into the next level the way you thought you would? Because I kind of know that feeling. And let me tell you, no one warns you about this part. We think growing is supposed to feel clean. Numbers go up, everything feels exciting, you expand with ease. But in real life, it feels messy. It feels awkward, like standing in a doorway between two versions of yourself. One foot in the old identity, one foot in the new identity. And neither of them really feels like home yet. And that's the part where so many high-functioning women get stuck. They think the awkward is proof they're not ready, when in reality, that awkwardness is the evidence of transformation. Look, income jumps aren't just math problems, they're identity shifts. And women who can hold that next level, she's not created by doing more, she's created by becoming more, lighter, clearer, bolder. Okay, this is where you're going to put the new intro for the Christina Koki Show. And before we dive deeper, I just have to say, welcome to my very first episode of the Christina Koki Show. If you've been with me for a while, you already know this podcast isn't brand new. We have been building this conversation together for almost a year now. You have heard me share strategy, stories, and a whole lot of truth about building businesses that actually fit our lives. But here's the shift. Just like I teach you, I'm living it too. This rebrand isn't about adding more. It's about refinement. It's about stepping fully into my next identity as your host, your guide, and honestly, as your friend on this journey. So whether you're a lifetime listener or you just stumbled across me today, I'm so glad you're here because this new era of the show, it's about getting even more real, more personal, and more empowering when it comes to building an effortless empire and a life that feels light enough to actually enjoy. So today we're talking about identity upgrades. And let me tell you, they are not always obvious from the outside. On paper, you might look like you're thriving. The revenue is there. The clients are there. The success is there. But the inside, that's where the real story shows up. For me, it looked like exhaustion, feeling stretched thin, constantly questioning myself. And the crazy part, I wasn't even working 80 hours a week. I had finally figured out how to run the business in 15 hours. I had leverage. I had systems. From the outside, it looked like I had cracked the code. So you might be wondering, if everything was so dialed in, why did the income jump feel so impossible? Because here's the truth. No system in the world can outpace the identity of a person running it. I had built this lean, effortless machine, but I was still showing up as the woman who only believed she could hold this much. Can you see my two fingers just inches away from each other? Yeah, that's how much. I was still carrying the fear, the doubt, the people pleasing, the smallest of the version of me that could build the last level. And that's the thing no one talks about. You can automate, you can outsource, you can streamline. But if your identity hasn't expanded, you will subconsciously slam the brakes. You'll sabotage, you'll stall. That's exactly what I did. Everything looked easy on the outside, but the inside was screaming, I'm not the woman who can hold this. And this is why I work with high functioning women, because I used to tell myself, wow, I'm so high functioning. I just get things done. I have grit. I can make it happen. People even called me supermom because that's what they thought. And when I heard that, I didn't feel proud. I almost felt pressure. I felt like I wasn't doing enough. And secretly inside, I was destroying my body to keep up with that image. If you've ever wondered why I talk about health and longevity so much, why I bring in conversations about grounding or testing out new practices and is it worth it, my YouTube series, this is why. Because I have pushed my body past its limits to the point where it doesn't function the way it should. And now I have realized that building wealth, building an empire, none of it matters if my body can't hold it. the nervous system, the hormones, the energy, the flow. If these things aren't aligned, then growth becomes another form of self-destruction. So yes, we'll talk strategy here, but I will never separate strategy from longevity, because true success is being able to hold your next level with both your business and your body intact. And when your subconscious can't hold it, it's sneaky. It looks like procrastination, sitting down to do the work and suddenly realizing your inbox needs work instead. It looks like overthinking, rewriting the same sales page 10 times, convinced it's still not good enough. It looks like self-sabotage, saying yes to clients who drain you, undercharge for your brilliance, or over-delivering until you're resentful. Does that sound like anybody listening? Is that you? Yeah, that was me. It feels like this constant hum of anxiety, even when things are technically working. You can't enjoy the growth because deep down you don't feel safe at that level. Do you want to optimize your energy and stop feeling drained, stressed, and relying on caffeine just to power through your day? Okay, it's time for a change. I'm Christina Koki Show, the Effortless Closing Coach. And if you've been following me, you know I'm all about scaling your business the smart way without burning out. But here's the truth. No matter how dialed in your strategy is, if your body isn't running at full capacity, your business will suffer. That's why health is a non-negotiable for me, and why I've been using Bioptimizers for over 4 years to keep my energy, focus, and stress levels in check. Okay, think about it like this. Your business is a high-performance machine. Would you run it on cheap fuel? If you've ever come into one of my ECM courses or heard me talk about it, I talk about the ECM, the Effortless Closing Machine, and how you cannot put cheap fuel, which is bad leads, into the machine because you'll get bad results. This is no different for your body. You need the right support to function at your best. So let me break it down. If you're feeling bloated or sluggish after meals, you're not digesting your food properly, which means you're not absorbing the nutrients you need for energy. That's where Masszymes and HCl breakthrough comes in. These digestive powerhouses help your body break down food efficiently so you get more fuel and fewer crashes. What about struggling with brain fog or midday fatigue? Those are the worst. That could be your gut health holding you back. Probiotics Breakthrough, which used to be P3OM, keeps your digestion running smoothly, eliminating bloating and support mental clarity so you can stay sharp in every client meeting. Now, what if you feel wired but exhausted at the same time? Did you know that stress and cortisol working havoc on your system? My favorite go-to thing is Magnesium Breakthrough. It's my secret weapon. It lowers my cortisol, improves my sleep, and keeps me calm and energized all day long. I can't even begin to tell you how much of a game changer these supplements have been for me. They've helped me run multiple businesses, raise 4 kids, and scale my income, all without feeling like I was running on empty. So here's the deal. Because I know this can be a life-changing shift for you too, I'm hooking you up with a 10% discount off your order. Use my link, which I'm going to put below in the show notes, and add my coupon code for the 10% off. You can use it as many times as you want. And here's a pro tip. If you use my coupon, subscribe to your favorite products and save even more so you never run out, it's an extra bonus for you. Don't just take my word for it, try them yourself. If you're serious about growing your business without sacrificing your health, this is the next step for you. My link will be in the show notes below, and use the code Christina Koki Show 10 to start feeling your best today. Now, let's get back to the show. And here's the crazy kicker. The bigger the gap between who you are and who you need to become to hold that level, the louder the chaos feels inside. That's what's happening to me. My systems were and are solid. My calendar was light, but my identity hadn't caught up. And until it did, no amount of strategy was going to take me into the next bracket. So here's what changed once I finally let go of the old version of me. I stopped trying to prove myself with exhaustion, and I started building a life that could actually hold the version of me I was becoming. For me, that meant learning how to regulate my stress and take care of my nervous system, not as an afterthought, but as the foundation. I realized something really simple but powerful. You can't expand into a new identity if your body feels unsafe. Your nervous system will pull you back every single time. So I started small. I added practices that calmed my system and gave my body permission to believe growth was safe. Grounding outside, getting morning sunlight, breathing, exercising, moving my body every day, drinking more water, choosing food that fueled me instead of draining me. If you're interested in a couple of those things, I do have a video on YouTube about grounding. I did it for 90 days. Check out what happened. And I have another one on YouTube about electrolytes. My favorite ones, why I drink them, what's my protocol, and why it's so critical to my business. So check those out as well. I'm also doing trauma release therapy right now. And I'll be honest, this comes from lived experiences. I've almost died 4 times. Not sure if you know that, but that is very true. The last was just 2 years ago. So your body remembers that. So I'm exploring whether this work will help me step into the next level of full enjoyment in life and business even faster. And I'll be sharing that journey soon on YouTube in my Is It Worth It series that I've been doing. So slowly, I'm starting to feel a difference. My energy has come back. My thoughts were clear. The anxiety that used to sit heavy on my chest began to lift. The most surprising part, with my nervous system regulation, and yes, it's still a work in progress, maybe something I'll always have to be working on, I became more productive in 4 focused hours a day than I ever was before. That's when it really clicked for me. Identity isn't just who you believe you are in your head, it's how your body experiences you. I know it sounds wild, but I've come to see my body as a partner in all of this. If my mind is chasing success, but my body feels unsafe, the whole thing fails. When both are aligned, everything flows and money comes my way. The old version of me was wired for stress, hustle, and survival. The new version of me, it's wired for ease, flow, and expansion. And now I actually enjoy my life so much more. I'm present with my kids. I can laugh, reset, travel, dream. And the business, my empire, is built to support that life, not steal from it. That's the shift. That's the freedom. The empire is no longer the thing I serve. It's the thing I designed to serve me, to give me back my time, my health, my joy. And that's what I want for you too. Not just the strategies, but the embodiment of the woman who can hold your next level with strength and grace. So friend, here's what I want you to leave with today. Take a minute this week and ask yourself, am I still dragging an old version of me behind and into my future? And if the answer is yes, pause and notice it. Don't shame yourself. Don't push harder. Just get curious. Ask yourself, what would the woman who already feels safe, calm, and capable at my next level do differently today? That single question can open the door to your next identity shift. And let me be honest with you, this change is not easy. Letting go of an old identity, one that's carried you this far, can feel like the hardest thing you've ever done. I know, because I've been there. I've struggled with it at the deepest level. But here's what I also know. Having a guide, someone who has walked that road and made it to the other side, makes all the difference. My job is to help you make the identity upgrade feel effortless and to show you how to release the old, step into the new, and actually hold your next level with ease. And that's exactly what we do inside the House of Cortessa. The house is where high-functioning women come to stop carrying the weight and the hustle and finally build empires that feel light enough to lean in. It's where you'll learn to grow your wealth and your capacity to enjoy it. And if you want to go even deeper, I'd love to invite you to the House of Cortessa experience live in Nashville. It's an immersion where you're not just learning or having, I call it talking heads about identity shift. You're actually in it, doing it, creating it, and making it happen. So whether you join the waitlist or come to the Nashville experience, this is your chance to step into the identity that can hold your next level with clarity, strength, and grace. Until next time, remember, growth isn't about doing more. It's about becoming the woman who can hold more without breaking under the weight of it. See you next week.